It's your favorite time again, baby dolls. We're going to be doom scrolling Twitteroonies, okay? You and me against the world, waiting for the cryptocurrency industry to start pumping. What's retail doing? Retail are searching ChainLink on Google McDougal. Check that out. Look at this. It's gone parabolic up here. That's nuts. That's wonderful because ChainLink obviously started ticky up. It's like 26 bucks now. As well for ChainLink friends, when we're looking at it. Yeah, it's a family-friendly coin. That's pretty much it. And we can have a look at the ChainLink chart. This is a 4-hour chart, so it's just starting to crack on through. But these are very, very low time frames. I don't give a crap about this junk, okay? This is a weekly chart. It's doing the whole nice, you know, zippity-doo-dah. Hopefully it cracks on through. But the real chart, this is cheat mode, but this that's the real chart, man. It's Link BTC. The Link BTC ratio since August 2020, 5 years later, it's down 86%. My gosh. So, man, this thing has to go. Friends, literally, for Chainlink just to get here, which is still a scam price, that's 2021's top. Just to get here, it's got to rally 4x against Bitcoin. So that's easy. Bitcoin doesn't move. Chainlink has to go to $100. And Bitcoin hasn't moved a cent. If Bitcoin goes to 200K, then Chainlink has to be like 160 bucks. Maybe that's actually what happens. You never know. I'm just curious as well. Where will the Fibonacci take it from the top to the bottom? Oh, coincidentally, it takes it around here. So maybe Chainlink does go around here. That is around a 4.6x on Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin does a 2, and we did double that, 4.6 times 2 gives you 9.2x from here. That would be about a $200 Linky Boo. If you look at it, let's look at Link USD. Let's just do a 9x on it. Where would a 9x on be? You got to assume a 200k BTC as well. So if we rally up 800%, then we put about 250 bucks Chainlink. That'll be great. If we go up here, somehow get up here, everyone thinks it's going to 1,000, comes back down. That's big valuations, by the way. So yeah, very, very hopeful. Here we have some of the PulseChain crew shilling, I think, a meme coin, DevC. 4 days now since DevC launched. It's made a huge statement here. Good luck to everyone out there, friends. You know, these meme coins and JPEG coins and everything. You know, I want everything to succeed. Or just, you know, it's a tough game. So if you believe in it, play as much as you want, play as much as you can. That's the game, man. Crypto, and it's all network effects. Some are long term, some are short term. Okay, just, you know, just be careful. That's what I'm saying. Like if you're throwing money into new stuff, just, you know, just as a general guide for people, okay? Not telling you to buy or sell anything in particular. I'm just telling you, like, if you're gonna don't put more than 1% of your portfolio in, okay? 1%. So if you have a $10,000 portfolio, just throw in $100 if you're gonna participate in these. That way, you start to learn the game a bit, and you're not gonna hurt yourself. Because how people mess up is they put 10,000, then they might you know, they put like 3,000 on the wrong one. You know what I mean? And then that doesn't work out. Now they're down 3. Now they want to take more risks with the other 7. So just the most important thing to do is you got to swallow it and just not let yourself get too committed. Here we have some LA Vape Cabal interviews. Layerzero Labs CEO on building StarGate.
We invented, we built. It is like a thing that we did. So we were building Layer.
Okay, we built this thing that made bridging dead simple. And it became the largest bridge in the world by a large margin, $70 billion plus. We wrote every line of code. So bridges and stuff, very interesting, yeah, for cryptocurrency. But like, you know, we spent a lot of time on this infrastructure things out here. But yeah, the real value is getting a bunch of believers, friends. That's the most important part. What gives a crypto a lot of value. Remember as well, no bridge would come and support PulseChain, like Deep Bridge and stuff out here. We only have very, very small ones like Change now, a couple $100. So hopefully LibertySwap.Finance is the answer. It's friends, it's very rich at heart, man. It's very rich at heart. Where he goes, you know what? We don't need you. We gave you 2 years to support us. You didn't do anything. Okay, it's friends. You gotta understand. It's so rich at heart. He gives them a chance to support us where you don't believe, and no one does it. It's like he's just waiting, man. He's just waiting to flop out his man boobs and go, guess on these, suck on these, baby. That's exactly. That's just typical him. But he's not like a cruel leader in that regard. He's like, you had 2 years to support us. Why didn't you? Oh, because the metrics weren't high enough for you. What you're pretty much saying is you're a bunch of Jeet trash and you're a bunch of non-believer scum. You basically want to wait at the finish line and marry the winner. You don't believe. So screw yous, we'll make our own bridge. And we have. We have connects from anywhere. LibertySwap.Finance, taking over the cryptocurrency industry. I've used it, friends, super fast. Get all your friends and family. If you're going to buy PulseChain, just use this straight away. Buy pDAI, buy pWBTC. If you need to do any of that, it's all in the drop-down menu here. So you can scroll down, clicky. You can click around here. You have pDAI, pWBTC, whatever you want to buy. Pulse, Hex. That's wonderful. It's very simple and smooth. Trading acts. Houses are just NFTs in real life. We need to stop falling for the psyop and believing that the asking price is real. It could just be one of their relatives or friends fake bidding. So that's true. He goes, I'm not shilling a coin, you gay lords, he says. Okay, just look at this. The amount of topics we've been reduced to talking about without MFs think you're shitting something is like zero. Okay, something about houses, just for general knowledge and friendship, friends. And I know during this period of time, we want to play some Donkey Kong music. Because I do love and appreciate you. So, friends, houses, great Ponzi. Up only, okay? Houses, the average home, it is fundamentally attached roughly to the salary of the worker in the neighborhood around there, what their income is, okay? Now, I say salary of the worker because it's mostly, obviously, the super rich ones, they're obviously the business people, right? The business people, big business and CEOs and stuff like here, but that's not the norm, you know what I mean? That's the rich of the rich. But most houses are like that, okay? So they have a natural bid over time like that. However, what we found in some countries as well, people are storing their wealth because not everyone's a stock market guy or girl. So they'll store their wealth in homes. Okay, so as currency gets printed, people are storing it in there, right? And a lot of people have a tough time battling this in their mind because they're just seeing houses go up. They go, oh my gosh, how's this house go up? It used to be worth 20,000, now it's worth 400,000. Yeah, the inflation or everything. But as well, what's making it tougher is there's been an acceleration of the house prices as well. So the average home, we have that ratio of where we see how many full-time years of income does it take, the average income, to buy the home. You know, in some nations used to be like 2, now it's up to like 4. You know, some countries used to be like 6, now it's up to like 10. You know what I mean? So it is going up over time. But that's, I guess, explained with, you have money printing from 1971, where we went off the gold standard, and now women work in the workforce. So now you have, there's dual income people, families. And then plus you have the pressure of immigration as well. So you bring out a lot of immigrants. They're coming in here because the immigrants, fans, their cost of living, think about it, like they don't care about buying a Rolex watch. They don't care at all. They're just like, got like 7 grandmas and grandpas living in one roof, trying to like pay off one home and like look after each other, right? And there's obviously many countries where like 7 Indian dudes come from India and they all like rotate in their apartments and stuff out here, right? So all of that keeps this natural bid, this forceful bid on property. But property, it still grows around 5 to 10% per year. The good thing is though, that you leverage, which is good, not really good, but bad, but you can also depreciate it as well. So that's what it is. So for you to just think, oh, houses aren't worth that much. Yeah, but it's government controlled as well. Super government controlled because most politicians, friends, they own property and real estate, and they make their areas, of their wealth. They want to try and make it as scarce as possible over time. Here we have Luca Net. So Luca, friends, think of him like as a little babyface Richard Hart from Pudgy Penguins. He's like out for glory and stuff out here. So he's...
What I did when I spoke to the guys and the gals, I basically told them, like, look, one, I apologize for conditioning us around.
Okay, so it says everything about Pudgy Penguins was up and to the right, except for price, which we couldn't control functionally. So remember, Ivan on Tech, he's got the Pudgy Penguin. It's one of the the premier, the winning unicorn meme coin. Winning unicorn NFT, which made it. But yeah, 10,000 NFTs goes to zero. And of course, some of them's going to make it. But yeah, it's great. They're doing plush toys and stuff in Walmart. So I'll just show you Walmart, Pudgy Penguins, and they're throwing out the memes and stuff everywhere. So Walmart, here you go, Pudgy Penguins and things out here and everyone having fun. Thing is though, is as well, yeah, it was a good buy at the bottom. The thing is though, pDAI was cheaper. Okay, so if you go check it out, pDAI, way cheaper. That's the thing, man. It's like, man, it's just... when you compare them all to pDAI, like it's literally the best, man. It was literally the best buy. I don't know about now, it could go to zero, but looking at these things, I mean, like, that's why no one's really going to believe until later on. Here you have Treasury Secretary Bessent.
and I think 2026 could be gangbusters.
Okay, so he says the bottom 50% of wage earners in America who don't have assets. If you don't have assets, you're not doing well. So he goes, is this a Freudian slip? Wow, a Freudian slip. So yeah, man, all the asset owners, they're the winners. That's why if you own crypto, you own an asset. That's the best part, friends. You can buy a part of a crypto. You can't do that with property. You have to buy the whole NFT. You got to buy the big slice. Yeah, you can't. You can buy fractions of it, so you can DCA into it. You can't DCA into a home, right? You have to save your chunk and then do it, which makes it more problematic as well. And crypto as well, the growth rates are way higher too, obviously, but you can't live in your crypto, right? That's another thing as well. So that gives it really democratizes asset owning because you don't need permission for the stock market and all these other junk out here in the world. Even though crypto altcoins look like junk right now, hopefully they're not going to be junk forever. Kate, the sooner you realize you're wasting your own life by indirectly these people and paying these taxes, trying to be a law-abiding citizen, the clearer your life priorities will be. The luxury life of migrants in taxpayer-funded hotel. So we have a lot of these luxury life stuff out here. So racist tramps, get in the bin. Refugees, welcome. Yeah, man. A lot of these friends, you don't hate fake asylumers enough. Yeah. What can you and I do about it, friends? You know what I mean? It's just, this stuff, it's always going to happen. Just think about it, man. Someone else is going to kick the shit and do something. I know if we all had that attitude, not going to get anything done, okay? But, man, you got one opportunity to bink it. Don't let yourself get race baited to these. I know, because we all see it. You always will be like, yeah, things aren't perfect. There's unsettling. And, yes, it's just, we're in a golden period of crypto, friends, because I understand the model because I've done 18 hours a day here, and the crowd doesn't, okay? Because I've done 18 hours a day. The average person has no idea what's network effects. What's Metcalfe's law? What's Reed's law? Why does XRP have value, even though it has no tech? Friends, even mainstream KOLs have no idea. They still give it zero value. They still think everybody's stupid. They're not admitting, hey, maybe I was wrong about XRP after 10 years. They're not saying that still. They're saying, oh, no, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. Do you know what I mean? They're not understanding networks, which is wonderful. One day they will, okay? One day we'll have enough models, and they will. I promise you that. But not yet. So we're not fully early, but we're early enough. Pulseum. Like Pulse? Pulseum. I don't know what Pulseum is. PulseChain rewards reimagined. So we got more projects and stuff coming out for PulseChain. That's awesome. And we have Tam. Outstanding speech today. Thank you for sharing your birthday with us during Hex Week. This is for Captain RG3. Yes, friends, we do have a pirate. There you go. Thanks. Thanks. That's awesome. Happy birthday to our captain who works hard for the community. I know, friends, there's always a lot of spice and controversy when it comes here, but you got to remember, man, we all want the bags to go up. We all want them to go up. You got to remember, friends, like not everyone is trained as like these politicians speak to like read a room and to like, you know, pretend that they're doing bad like Dane Gainsey when they're really like, you know, got some ICOs and they made like 4 million and they're doing well. So we just got to be mindful of that. But also, I don't want you to stop as well. You know, friends, I never come out and say, please, guys, stop fighting. I'm like, truck him, fight more. I'm always geeing it up because it's energy, man. I like it. But if there's periods where you're banging your head against the wall, I'll tell them, I'm like, guys, trust me, I want to fight with these two with this one. It's just, we're not going to get anywhere. I love yous. Another useless comment from Tai Lopez. Friends, I think I'm going to make it a habit. His comments appear. I want you to just please pay attention of how little substance there is. There's literally never, ever, there's nothing of substance. It's generic stuff every time. Once a day, stop to think about the miracles that happened so far to get you through all the crazy BS you've experienced. He's still doing it. He is the grifter's grifter. He is the absolute master of constructing sentences, zero substance, maximum range. Like, oh yeah, I can kind of connect that to something in my past. It's kind of like, keep doing what works and don't do what doesn't work. Whoa, life-changing gains coming your way. Here we have His Excellency Justin Sun. Tokenized equities represent a natural evolution for crypto. bridging traditional markets with blockchain. As a demand for popular equities meets a global base of previously excluded users, we'll see more efficient, flexible, accessible markets. Just generic words out here. So the block says, Kraken expands its tokenized X stocks to Tron. So I think what it pretty much is they have the tokenized stocks and they'll allow wrappers of that to trade on chains. That's actually, friends, now that I'm thinking about it, that's interesting. If we can get the tokenized stocks to have liquidity on the chains, you basically force market makers to like look at your chain because they're going to be arbing the stock. Can we even all support it? It's like the whole of crypto. It'll probably be a power law model where like, you know, it all gets traded on one thing. Maybe the CME does their own chain or something, but it is interesting to think about that. It's funny. You might even lure in stock market people. They're like, oh, Palantir's $150 here, but it's actually $149 on this chain if you're just arbitraging, and you're going to arbitrage like maybe $40 or something. But I wonder if that helps interconnect everything. But then we all become more correlated, and you know the writing's on the wall later on. Here we have Louis. I've fumbled over $1 million being loyal to my bags. Okay, only now I understand that you gain nothing by being loyal. Back when I was holding UniBot, it was obvious by the metrics that Banana was winning and had a much better team. Instead of rotating, I stuck my head in the sand and remained loyal. The rest is history. My advice to you, look at all the prominent protocols in your niche. Compare who's winning, who's building, who's stagnating. Projects should work to keep your loyalty, not the other way around. I love yous. It's good generic advice. The problem is everyone's got a different opinion, man. Everyone's got a different opinion. Hey, who's building? Because friends, this is what happens, right? The price is down, but they're building. People don't say, oh, you're building, I'm going to commit. No, they don't say that. They go, oh, your building is not pumping the price, so whatever it is you're doing ain't working and you're trash. That's what everyone concludes, right? So it's not so easy. Oh, they're building, do this and that. Like, look at PulseChain community, right? We look like an absolute bunch of savages, trailer park trash, teeth missing, meth snorting, meth injecting, and meth licking. Friendly community out here in the bushes. That's what we look like. But if I just print the candle 1,200% higher, we look like gods. You know what I mean? Like, what happened? The candle up, candle down. Like, we're doing the same thing. It's not like we change overnight, right? So, like, if Richard Hart comes in and he pumps it, what? Because one guy decided to give us value. Now the opinion matters on the count. It could be all his liquidity. You know what I mean? So it's not so easy. That's what I'm saying. And I do remember UniBot. I warned everyone about it back in 2023 after it run up. And yeah, friends, I gotta say, it was on Crypto Banter. Yeah, so when Crypto Banter was saying it was the next big thing, oh gosh, this is painful. 2023, fan, I've been helping you guys out for so long. It got hacked. Oh man, see that box? Yeah, man, that box, friends. That box is where it was on Crypto Banter and stuff out here. They said crypto bots are the future. And I was like, man, I was saying, man, it's too early, like in the cycle. Oh, man, here we go. UniBot out here. Oh, wow, friends, check this out. UniBot received a dedicated show on Crypto Banter. People are still in denial that it only has 1,500 users. Everyone still thinks they're going to make a fortune by copy trading people on chain when thousands of people are doing the exact same thing. Friends, this is literally an Uber driver. He had the UniBot chart in his Tesla. Oh, my gosh. This is me. August 2023. Man, look at that, friends. And I can literally just show it to you. Here it is. It's literally at the top. My gosh. Damn it. I don't just... Oh, wow. It was literally right here. That's when I made that tweet. Friends, I don't like talking like that. I don't like that. What do you want me to do? Shut up? You know what I mean? Like, go watch someone else. I don't give a crap. I'm just like... You know, but also got to be mindful. Like, I'm not a master of picking tops or anything and bottoms. Like, it's not meant to be about that. It's just like... If you're buying after those events and you don't like what I say, which is okay, but you're still a believer, cool. I'm just telling you, if you're buying, just check yourself. You better be a big believer. That's what I'm saying. You better be a big believer. You can't be in it for quick money because it's down only. And actually, I think they're gone now. I'm not sure what happened. Remember, UniBot, friends, everybody was trading on chain, but they were connecting to bots. right? They were doing trader bots. Now everybody uses the Solana stuff out here. They trade through Telegram. It was Telegram trading bots. So new coins would launch, people would buy in, and that was the beginning of all the cheating stuff, right? And I made many mentions. UniBot went down, and look at this, just got rugged, and yeah, just this is painful, man. It's painful. I don't like seeing this at all, but yeah, man. Also, it's interesting, right, where Louis talks about I've fumbled $1 million being loyal. Look, man, I'm just gonna go out and say it, friends. Loyal is another word for greed. Okay, it's not too far off in markets. Oh, I was loyal. Nah, man. You didn't like $1 million. You know? You wanted 4 million. But then at $1 million, I think 14 days later, you only got 400,000. And you're like, you know what? I'll keep holding. I believe. It's just back to a couple of weeks ago. But that was the top. It just went down only, right? So you just have to be honest with ourselves when it comes to that. Are you really loyal, or you're just greedy at the top? You know what I mean? And friends, when I say greedy, it's not a bad thing. Think about it. Like, friends, you got to think about it. Okay, when Bitcoin went from $1 to $50, you are greedy for holding, aren't you? Yeah, it's up 50x. Okay, but the greed worked. Then it went to $1,000. You're greedy for holding. Guess what? Then it went to 10,000. You're greedy for holding. Guess what? Then it went to 20,000. You're greedy for holding. Guess what? Now it's 115,000 or whatever. If you got, you know what I mean? Like, you're greedy. It's just, we'll just throw these words. Greed is a hindsight word. Greed is where we say when, oh, you held too long and it went down afterwards, you know? But if it kept holding, if it kept going up, you don't use the word greedy. You go, oh, you're smart. You're a believer. So they're just, they're you know, they're subjective words. Check it out here. Brian Baldstrong says he believes Bitcoin could reach $1 million by 2030. Yeah, I hope he does. The growth rate, so just if we halve Bitcoin's growth rate from 60, put it down to about 40, we get about a 240K Bitcoin in 2028. And then if you put the growth rate down to 25%, we get about a $600,000 Bitcoin in 2032, which is, you know, I mean, it's still amazing. Not the million, but whatever. Hopefully we do spike up. Hopefully we do, but we'll see. Good morning. Did you all buy the dip? This is he's a 15-minute Bitcoin charter here. Yeah, so he bought the dip down here. How much has he bought? He bought 1 Bitcoin worth. So the leverage trading out here. Here we have tech dev. The liquidity signal is 5 for 5 at launching Bitcoin to new heights. It has at least doubled. Okay, awesome. The liquidity signal. So yeah, man, every signal is just telling us, please keep going up. That's it. Tyler, I remember when I thought $100,000 was a lot of money. Shill Gates, I remember when I thought $1,000 was a lot of money. And here you have Mr. Daddy Wick, BNB 888 USD coming for the hoops of the Hyperloop. Wonderful stuff out here. See, friends, $100,000 is not a lot of money. I used to think about, like, yeah, don't let yourself get psyops by this, okay? Friends, remember, the market doesn't care, dude. Okay, yeah. You can be poorer than you can possibly imagine, and you can be richer than you can possibly imagine in cryptocurrency. Yeah, both sides can happen. You got to be indifferent to that. You have to be indifferent. Okay, I don't know most people. I'll never forget that poll I did, friends. I'll never forget that poll. Remember my YouTube? I did a YouTube poll, and I said, what portfolio number do you see where you just, like, you know, ignore price and you just get out? And I remember I found all your numbers. It was $1 million. Yeah, all of his. Like, this poll, I've never had this much acceptance by the crowd. Basically, 85% of you said if your portfolio hits $1 million, you're clicking everything out, you're walking out. If it hits that round number 1 million. So I'm informing you, it's a trap mentally for you. Why? Because, okay, $1 million, all right, why not 685,000? You know what I mean? It's like 50% higher to get that million. You know, so I'm just warning you about these round numbers. This is how people get trapped, right? They're trying to get the exact million, or trying to get the exact 5, or trying to exact 10. Okay, so the market doesn't care about that. You know, and remember, I got to remind you as well, so you remember now. Okay, if you're aiming for $1 million and then you make 400,000, it's not a failure, friends. I'll just tell you, like, look how easy it is to make a 2x in crypto. You just got to buy Bitcoin in a bear market, or Ethereum, right? Well, if you only make your 400,000 or 500,000, okay, or whatever big number it is, right? It's not a failure, because you just, in the next bear market, you just buy the lows, not the exact low, but buying the depression of those zones out here. Because that's the thing. it's just, if you get that first hyper accelerated pump, which is what we have, if you get that first 10x of your portfolio net worth, you don't need to keep doing 10x's if you stay in the game of investing. All you need are 2s and 3s. Okay, you just need 2s and 3s. You see what I mean? That's also why I explained a lot of Bitcoin maxis, like they're euphoric at Bitcoin 200K. You know what I mean? Because they bought it $1,000. Yeah, so maybe they have, you know, there's guys out there got 5 million of Bitcoin. Yeah, 2x puts them at 10 million. Woohoo! You know? So that's something you got to be mindful as well. You and I are still going to make it. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.